Sometimes I feel guilty for not being excited about life, not sad, just quiet, like I'm doing what needs to be done without expecting anything in return. I wake up, I function, I get through the day, not because I'm motivated, but because stopping isn't an option. People romanticize hustle and healing, but nobody talks about this in between stage where you're not falling apart, but you're not thriving either. This is survival mode. It's not ugly, Dot, it's just tired. I'm learning to respect myself for staying, for continuing, even when nothing feels rewarding yet, for choosing practicality over excitement. Dot, maybe this phase isn't meant to look good. Maybe it's just meant to pass. There are so many things I want to do. Dot trends. I save instead of join. Dot places. I pin instead of visit, not because I don't care. Dot, but because timing matters. I've learned how to pause dreams without killing them. Dot, to tell myself, not now instead of never. Sometimes I imagine my future self doing all the things I couldn't afford before. Dot, not rushing, not calculating every expense in her head. I hope she remembers this version of me. One who waited patiently. Dot, the one who planned joy carefully. Delayed dreams still count. They're just resting. Money doesn't just decide what I buy. Dot, it decides how I rest. Dot, how I socialize. Dot, how safe I feel. Plan my happiness around my budget. I measure joy in small, affordable moments. I don't stay out late, not because I don't want to, but because going home early is cheaper. I don't hate simplicity. I just wish it wasn't forced sometimes. Still, I'm proud of myself. Dot, for being responsible. Dot, for choosing stability over impulse. One day, money won't dictate everything, but today, it teaches me discipline. I've always felt older than my age, not in wisdom, but in preferences. I like silence. Dot, slow mornings. Dot, old songs that feel like memories. Dot, sometimes I feel out of place, like I arrived in the wrong timeline. But maybe being an old soul just means I value peace more than noise, and that's not loneliness. That's knowing what feels safe. I don't talk much about my mental health. Dot, not because it doesn't matter, but because it's complicated. Some days I feel okay. Some days I feel heavy for no clear reason. I've learned not to label every emotion. Sometimes I'm just tired, and that's allowed. Healing doesn't always look productive. Sometimes it looks like rest without guilt. I'm not broken, I'm adjusting. Since I can't afford big joys yet, I make small ones feel special. Warm drinks. Dot, soft lighting. Dot, slow music. I romanticize ordinary days because they're all I have right now. And maybe that's enough. Dot, maybe that's how I survive gently. I think about her often, the version of me who isn't rushing. Dot, she wakes up without anxiety. She enjoys things without checking prices. First. Dot, I hope she's grateful, not guilty, because everything she has was built by a tired version of herself. Well, didn't give up. Sometimes I feel behind. Dot, not in age, but in progress. Dot, people move fast. Dot, I move carefully. And maybe being slow isn't a flaw. Maybe it's protection. I'm not late. I'm just taking my time. A soft life isn't about aesthetics. Dot, it's about safety. Being able to rest without fear, without guilt. I don't want luxury. I want ease. And I'm building toward it quietly. I don't need to be extraordinary today. Dot, I just need to exist. Breathing is already effort. Sometimes, and that's okay. I'm learning not to demand too much from myself in hard days. I'm grateful, not because everything is good, but because I'm still here. I don't force positivity. Let it come naturally. Gratitude doesn't erase struggle. Dot, it just softens it. If you're listening to this quietly, I'm glad you stayed. You don't need to fix anything tonight. Just rest. Tomorrow can wait.